The record store and stand in line for the concert tickets. Used to be one right there, but Toe Tape was right down there. This was a cool ass. Buy here, payday. Fucking shithole. Last place I stood in line for a record was in 1986 in the old Ogden Mall. Children behave, that's what they say when we're together. Boston. Second album. And then it was over. Ogden was over. I think I'll walk down there. Remember the old Coke building? Used to be an art-deco Decay falling in right there. That's the old Arctic Circle. Used to be lots of them around here. Children behave. I used to work for George Pappas, Sr., the old man. He's 90-something, doing all the restoration in 25th. His office was right there. So one day, I restored every building on 25th. But my hand is in every single building 25th. 10,000 blanch. I started class with 16. You know, that's what I worked for was George when I was 18, 19. Doing all kinds of plaster work. That restoration, those buildings, inside the rock walls, that's all mine. It's all my hand. So George one time he says, Kevin, write me a bill for, because you know a lot of work went on and he owed me a lot of money. So he's like, I owe you $1,200. He says, which is a lot of money in 1978, 79, I believe, maybe 78. And he's like, double it, write it for $2,400. I'll give you 12. What are you talking about? Ogden City's paying for half. George, that's corrupt. And he says, Kevin, one day you will learn Ogden, Utah. Right now, that is the economy of Ogden, Utah. You know, it was all run by madams and it was all brothels, you know, but they were the pillars of the community, these card dealing scumbags. And I'm like, that's the most corrupt. One day you will wake up and learn. If you're going to stay in this plastering business, but you got to stay. You're the most gifted plasterer I've ever seen. Morris Hanson talked me into that. Those guys, I tell those old plasterers, no, this place is the last. You stay in this trade. Please. Youngest licensed plasterer in the history of the state of Utah. 1984 on Balco. One day you'll learn. If it wasn't for corruption, there'd be no economy. I learned the hard way. Stand on integrity in this shithole. So Ogden, Utah, they say not from the incredible, historic boom town. I mean like living in Manhattan. To an Art Deco Decay. Not Carlos again. More one. To lipstick on a corpse. You'd know, George. You would know. Offices right there. Stand tuned. Going. Ogden, Utah. More fake EFAs everywhere. I wouldn't switch. There's always my stuff. You look at my plaster. Some of my plaster work's going on 50. You know, well, it's 45. It's flawless. Go to the tree in the Children's Museum. Oh, let's cut through the alley right here. The old Coke building right across the street. Oh, that's right there. Let's go right there. Old Arctic Circle, right behind there. Toe Tape. Fuck, that was the coolest record store in history right there. Fuck. Let's go stand in line. I heard Tom Petty's coming here in the assembly hall. Don't want to live like a Fukushima refugee. Don't want to live like a Chernobyl refugee. Don't want to live like a Big Z. Don't want to live like a Fukushima. TikTok, Diablo Canyon clock. Refugee. Children behave. That's what they say when we're together. Tiffany, she did that at the Ogden Mall. I'm in that video. You can see me. But I like the original. Tommy, fuck, was he the best or what? He was the best. Crimson and clover. Oh, the red brick. Crimson and clover. Oh. There we go. There's some artisans. There's some artisans. One left. One artisan left. I'm still here. I'm still here. Palmer Plant used to be right there. Remember that cool ass building? Crimson, children behave. That's what they say. Oh, I'm glad I kept it going. So they tore the marble. Remember the incredible marble sheets, the giant marble. It had to be millions of dollars worth of marble on the Wells Fargo building there. Which bank was that? Walker. Yeah, the famous Walker. Do you know the story of Brilliant Miller? Larry Miller's psycho sons? Brilliant, he calls himself. Never worked a day in his life. He's, you know, he erased the Walker Mansion, the whole plaza up there in that building. Illegally, but they battle wealth here. So you remember how grand it was, the Walker Bank? This is just 2 years ago. They tore those giant, it was all marble. The entire building was marble. Put fake rock and fake fuck. Another buy here, payday fucking usury. The U on the hill right there for Uinta, Utah? No, it's for usury. Utah was the last state to get rid of usury lots. 6% of prime was the maximum. The prime's nearly zero until 1986. And they did it on morality. Now, buy here, payday, and they call themselves Christians. Jesus threw the money temples out of the temple fools. Up is down, black is white, wrong is right. It's a freak show around here. Usury America. So, oh God, this place is so destroyed. So fucking sad. Fuck up the Savers. Oh yeah. We got such, don't tell anybody. The greatest thrift store, and I've always been thrifting. The greatest thrift store in the world is where? Wait. Savers right there. The old Gibsons. That was the old Gibson. I could buy my first TV there when I was about 15. You know, that was a cool store. Gibson's Discount. This part of Ogden. Okay. Well, all of them. Let's go to Sambo's. What is that now? Let's go to Sambo. He just died, Mr. Hadley. It's a cool bar right down there. It's not there anymore. Gotta go the other way. It's a long day living in Ogden, Utah. There's a freeway run through my yard. One on the bad boy. Oh, let's go down to the new gate. I went in bankrupt. That's what they say when we're I can't believe they let them. Well, that's Caldwell's the worst mayor we ever had, and that's saying a lot. I work for every single mayor from Dirk's on. All of them. I did so much restoration. I worked for every one of them. And that's saying a lot when Meekum went to prison while he was mayor. Savings and loan scandal on Balco. Yeah, here, God, I can't believe they let them do that. Remember that beautiful, they took the sheets down. You could see them delicately taking those big, they were the biggest marble sheets I've ever seen. They were this thick. They were marble, the whole exterior. They sold them for, I'm sure, for millions. I go back to the 24th in Monroe. That beautiful rock job that used to be on the Saracoy there. Multi-million-dollar giant rock job, the giant green granite. Fuck, it was like one of the most beautiful rock jobs that I know. Try me. And what's the name of the old Mexican place bought it? And he says, wanted me to put $10,000 in stucco. I'm like, fuck, I won't do it. You're out of your fucking mind. We got some other idiot to put some Eiffel silver in. Of course, they tore it down. The rock work's still on Sambo's, though. It's a great rock job. You know. Chuckarama, that started by a relative of my mom's. He's a Hunsaker. They used to be so good. They used to be right down there in the, where the Kmart used to be on Wall. Right down there. He just passed. One of the last artisans in Ogden. Just recently. So it's all gone to hell. Let's walk up to Savers. Let's get to Gibson's. I'm Carlos again. You know, I was a millionaire, self-made guy my whole life. Until 2011. Freight train hit me one day out of nowhere. I was a beast, 175 muscles from head to toe. Boom! Misdiagnosed over and over and over. Finally, Vincent goes into my hip. I diagnosed myself. ML de Nouveau. You're probably, you know, I had multiple doctors tell me I'd be dead within 2 months. He believed me. He says, I've known you since you was a kid. This is nasty, nasty cancer, Kevin. It's bad. We usually don't take people like that. But I talked to Thimble Peterson, Denmark, about you. You're a candidate for this. His experimental ways. You go in there and you fight. I was almost 11 years ago. But the chemo mark valve, which I had a Thomas Blanche, Ogden Clinic, my uncle, who thought he was always pissed at me. Fuck, he was mean to me. I look back on it. Fuck, he was always yelling at me about shit. You kick the can on that, but he saved me from the grave. Don't you ever let them open up unless you're going to die. You got me? Yes, sir. The car at Ogden Decay was going to cut. I had tumors in my right lower mesentery. AML de novo, which is hard to diagnose. And McQuack D, Ogden Region Medical Center. Michael Hawkins, go see your dentist when my heart's failing. They wanted to gut me. I refused the surgery because I remembered what he told me. And I didn't have him cut me. Got into Vincent. 2 days later, he said, thank God you had the surgery. You'd been dead within. You'd probably died on the table. But we were just talking about Tony Gwynn in the other video. Met a kid. Now, what's the odds of this? At the Raptors game, I meet a guy from San Diego, and who used to work at Scripps. We're talking to Tony, and he says, you know, Tony didn't die from cancer. He got the same time I did. It was surgery. And my doctor's like, no surgery. No surgery. You know, I know chemo's bad. It's not your father's chemo, but it's surgery will kill you every time. They don't even like to puncture the tumors, even biopsy them anymore. The surgery, once you're open, it's over. That's what they made a bit. I call Scripps the luxury good of death. By the way, I call that Huntsman. Huntsman's still trying to sue me for $1,300 for a phone call. Usury good of death. The luxury good of death, like Scripps. And a lazy fly ball comes into the bar. I got a beer. A guy bought me a beer. And I'm holding it with my right, and I just reached up barehanded and flipped me on my back. Right as I'm talking about the great, incredible Tony Gwynn. Granted, it wiped me out. I got no nothing. But I was a self-made millionaire for all those years. And hearing hater, oh, this has got to be the grossest job ever. This was a really beautiful plaster job. I got into it with this guy about this. And he put this fake, hideous rock all over it. Oh my God, it's horrible. It's horrible. Oh God, don't even get me going on this freaking building. Children behave. That's what I say. What's Fukushima? I stuck with that building. I plastered. I didn't put that cap on. But I plastered it fucking 40-something years ago. More than that. Look. Tom Miller, his office right here. Let's do all his work. Good guy. Really like that. I'm surprised his camera's still going. It's helping me out today. Walk up to football practice. I don't mind walking. I learned it when I was dying. I was too sick for a transplant. I said, I'm going to go to the coast and walk the coast of California, Mexico, San Francisco. All the doctors, you'll die out there. Okay, what a place to die. But Vincent's like, Thimble Peterson's like, go, Kevin. I believe in you. We're not treating you anymore. We're watching you. First, Bill and Mike Lee kicked me off Medicaid in 2015, the day before my gallbladder ruptured. Surgery was due. I said, well, I'll handle it. On Earth Day 2018, it ruptured. Almost killed me. Almost killed me. And I paid for my open heart surgery, $300,000 paid. Paid for my leukemia bill, $1.8 million. Paid. All paid. You know, I had my money, almost $1 million. People, you know, there's a foundation that helped me out. And I went on to Medicaid. Mike Lee kicked me on Medicaid while I was in the bone marrow. You don't think that's a temporary issue? There we are, Gibsons. Shh, don't tell anybody about Savers. Shh, don't tell anybody about Savers. Shh, just the greatest thrift store in the world. Let's walk up to Save-Ons, right here. So, I don't know if you remember June's Floral right there. It's the ice cream shop now. Remember those big flowing flowers in the flower pot that were like flowing in the wind. It's like the coolest signage ever. But you know that was fucking made of plaster, laughing plaster. Did you know I did that? People didn't even know. Sculpted it, made those flowers, the vines, the vase. You know, plastered that whole thing for June's floral. God, the thing was beautiful. I tore it off. That's what the savings. Gibson's. Remember the sign right there? The tree fell through it. Kit Carson's marker, and I kept saying, "Well, what are you gonna do with it?" I said, "I'm taking it. They got cameras. They just look for a reason to fuck with me." Kit Carson, whoa, Fremont, all the. That'll be 200 years this year. They came in here. Who's the savages? You know, well, they were evil. They were evil. Do not kid yourself. And an elm tree in that hurricane winds that we had, and I videoed it, crashed right through it. Did you know they never replaced any of it? I have one little piece off of it because I didn't dare take it, and everybody said, "Just take it, just take it. They're not going to do anything with it." And I'm like, no. I went to the historical society. What are you going to do? Can I have it? They wouldn't even respond to me. Nice walk this morning, eh? So, yeah, it's right there by the theater. By the way, I plastered that giant Bank of Utah building. Not the last time when they put the fake shit on it. I restored it when it was all the authentic stuff on it. You know, at one time I counted 29 plaster jobs on Washington Boulevard alone. But they've slowly tore down anything partisan. It's all cement. I would not switch to the fake shit. Don't tell anybody about Savers. Don't tell anybody about Savers. Shh. Oh, let's go to Tony's and get some pizza. Oh, fuck. That pizza used to be killer in the day, didn't it? Oh, like the best when we were kids, right? Let's go to fucking Tony's. Holy shit. That's what they say when we're together. Ogden, Utah. We're almost in South Ogden, Utah. The historic, incredible boomtown. In Art Deco Decay. What's happening, brother?
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Good, good. Another 5-year photo usually. My dad, veteran, nuked to death in Nevada test site. Look up my uncles. I want you to look up the uncles that raised me. My dad was nuked to death. Most beautiful, incredible athlete you ever seen. So are my grandsons, by the way. They'll blow your mind. They're both named after him and I. Look up Claude Blanche. I want you to just Google Claude Blanche. Google him. Probably the most decorated fighter pilot in the history of the United States post World War II. He just passed. Look up Harold. Omaha Beach, D-Day, Battle of the Bulge. Look at him. You want to talk athletes? You want to talk pillars of Ogden, Utah? That's who raised me. Well, here it is. I like the ice cream thing on the front of Birch Creek Mercantile. They did a good job with it. Don't get me wrong. I love this facade, what they did. Let's go save them. So it's a pawn shop. I think she owns the Buddha from 28th Street. I'm pretty sure she does. She's got it up in Morgan in her backyard. They wouldn't throw it away, so she saved it. Good for her. Remember the flowers used to sway in the wind right there? That big vase, and I was like, God, how is that? What? Look over that plaster, just like they did the 1905 Masonic Temple. Well, you had to replace stone. Shh. My secret sauce, my plaster. Just like I did Polk in 1989. Saved all that. I saved the gargoyles. What's his name says there was only one left. We could tell your hand had touched it. Thank God you saved that one. We made him old and saved all the rest. Nobody's fought harder for Leslie House than I have. I did all the restoration on that building on the corner. Oh, right here at the Ogden Country Club, I got to tell you this story. I got a friend that's a cook there. He said, guess who was out here yesterday? No. What's the boy band? Tell me why ain't nothing but a big mistake. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. They were there. Ogden, Utah, TikToker. Ogden, Utah. We're getting ready to cross into South Ogden City. I remember when I had money and I was rich. Everybody, says, Blanche, why don't you drive? I wouldn't join the fucking Ogden Country Club if you put a fucking gun on me. But, no way. Those folks want to be fucks out there. Shh. There's a few of the old guard left around. Of course, there's the Brownings, which all these trees. Every time you think somebody has any money, they come right from the war profiteers, the Brownings, which they're still secret about the war. My grandsons played ball with Matthew Browning before. They use fake names. So that's it. We made it all the way through Ogden. Let's get up to the hospital. Get my blood work done today. Got no car, and I'm not about to fucking let one of these car dealing scum exploit me while on my dead body. So I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Literally, that's what this place is. I fear no evil. All those Tony Gwynn angels. As I'm talking about Tony at the Raptors game, into the bar. We have a bar, an open bar down the third baseline. I caught that dude with my left, just because right there I just reached up casually and he's like, I can't believe I just saw it. He says, I told you. He told me, he says, you know, it wasn't the cancer. It was a surgery. Never let them open you if you got cancer. You know, I know chemo's hard and it's ugly, but you got better chances with it than you do letting you open you. Curtains. They tried to me. It's like people still telling me how to sell. Vincent Hansen right here. Kevin Blanche, you're the greatest miracle in my 40-year career. God, we made it. It was a beautiful walk this morning, right? I'll just keep walking. I'll do what I gotta do, you know, because I'm not gonna let them exploit me. I'm not falling into their fucking rip you off, fucking thief you paradigm. And there's no bus out West Weber. There's no bike lane. There's no sidewalk. And I pay so much taxes, and it's written right in your property tax. It's right in it that you pay for all that. Time to sue Ogden City. Time to sue UTA. Time to sue Utah. Fucking, that's bait and switch. That's fraud. That's fraud. Up on the hill. Oh, they fucking tore down the fucking Ben Lomond lanes. I spent half my life there. By the way, the best food in the world. The greatest chili burger on earth. Me and my construction crew ate in there for years and years. That building was so grand. You got it. You know what they put there. More apartments. The mighty freaking Ben Lomond Mariner Echoes. That's the Paramount logo. Mighty Mount Ogden. We made it. So we got a lot of Ogden covered today. Mickelson's studio. God, that dude was a prick. That old cool building, you know. But it was cement. Of course, he died. They sold out. You know what they built. Usury America. Ogden, Utah. In art-deco Decay. From the great, incredible historic boomtown, too. Lipstick on a corpse.